Yeah, welcome to the open book, where truth don't hide, stories ride, and every chapter got that power. Turn the page, now you stepping in, where real ones talk and the fake pretend. From viral heat to deep convo, we write the truth, let the whole world know. This ain't just a channel, it's a movement. The open book, every story, every voice.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to the open book. This is your host, Lakeisha. I hope everyone had a wonderful Thursday. It is almost time for the weekend. I had a busy day today, but I told y'all I was going to do a video. Okay. I thought I was just going to do a video, but I said, you know what? I have a little downtime right now this evening. I will come live and share some things with you all as it pertains to the Tyrone Davis case. Okay. It is still justice for Dro. We are continuing to bring awareness to this case, highlighting inconsistencies and so forth. Okay. So we have a few things we're going to go through on this evening. Make sure you hit that like button. Let everyone know that we are live. Also, if you would like to support the channel, you're welcome to send a super sticker, super chat, cash app, or buy a coffee. And those links are in the description field of this video. Let's see who we have here so far. Hey, Andrea, welcome. Thank you for joining and thank you for being first in the building. Hey, Ray from PA is in the building. Welcome, sis. Thank you for joining. Hey, Jasmine, good evening. Thank you for joining. Hi, Erica. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Welcome, Nancy, to the open book. I appreciate you for joining us. Not a terrible Thursday. Who had a terrible? I hope you had a great. Did I say terrible or terrific? I hope I said terrific. Hey, Sheila. Welcome. I hope I said terrific, child. Because y'all had me going this morning. Hey, T lady, welcome, sis. Now, my thing is, y'all, if y'all didn't catch this morning's live, make sure you catch it. Look, as you go to bed, y'all know you're not doing nothing at night, okay? Going to bed, check it out, okay? If you're taking a shower, bath tonight, let it play while you're doing that, okay? But make sure you tap into this morning's live because we talked about various topics. For one, trying to just stay in the know and updated on the Ashley Janae case, Tyrone's case. We talked about the new Michael Jackson. We were all over the place this morning. So make sure y'all tap into that when you get a chance. Hey, Harlem May, welcome. Thank you for joining. Erica said, girl, imagine how that medical boot play a part of it. I have a boot on right now. It's a metal bottom heavy. See, I always thought that those things were heavy. Yes, I mean, hey, she had it on, child. And a lot of people have been saying, it could have had something to do with that boot. Hey, Lifeless Nikisha is in the building. Welcome, sis. Thank you for joining. Hey, No More Drama. I appreciate everyone for coming on in tonight. Make sure y'all tap that like button. I appreciate that. Thank you, T Lady. Okay, so y'all, let's get into a few things. Now, I told y'all about, and I shared this on my community wall, I think earlier in the week. I had requested the surveillance videos from like the Papa John's, the cannabis store. It was like a whole whatever they had type of request, like any type of surveillance as it pertains to the case. Now, it did not take them a long time to respond. I think they responded 2 days later, okay, after I sent the request. So I wanted to show y'all what their response was. Okay, so this is from the Gainesville Police Department Records Division. Okay, it says the request, and they had my request number, has been canceled. So I was like, when I first got it, I was like, well, why was it canceled? Okay, because they never did send me like a follow up of you need to pay this. Because I asked, could you please let me know what the cost is before you start trying to send something? Okay. Don't invoice me something that you haven't gotten with me, because I may have to do a Chris Rock. Well, how much for this video? Like he was on, I'm gonna get you sucker, child. He said, how much was it for one rib? Okay. If it was too expensive for the collective, we were going to try to get one video. Pick which one y'all want to see. Okay. Oh, baby, that thing tickled me. That movie was actually on the other day, too. Hey, Protected 91, welcome. Okay. No, Erica, they didn't. They didn't. Hey, Turkessa. Now, underneath that, they gave kind of a reason. It says surveillance video from privately owned or leased property is confidential and exempt from public disclosure in accordance with Florida State Statute 119071383. Okay, y'all see it there. That's how it's written out. So I was like, That's when I updated y'all and, shared this on my community wall as to what they stated. And I said, well, I guess we probably won't be able to see surveillance videos because that's another piece to this that we were waiting to see. So on yesterday, it hit me. I said, hold up. Let me look up something. Let me actually look at this state statute to see what it says. Okay, because they can give me anything. At this point, I don't know what to trust. Okay, because some things were definitely missed in this case, and it's given I need to check everything. So after this, I decided to go to our, good friend, Miss Chat GPT. We're gonna give her a name, okay? Miss Chat GPT. I'm gonna come up with something. And let me take this off. And so I, put into Chat GPT, I said, well, what is this Florida statute? And I put in the number, right? All right. So here's the first part of what is stated. Let me pull it up on my side because y'all know I should have brought. Why have my glasses? Hold on, y'all. Let me get my glasses. Lord, I should have been ready with the glasses, but they not far from me. Give me 1 second. I can read it like this. Okay. Now, it says the Florida statutes, and it gives that number, is part of Florida's public records law, often called the Sunshine Law, and deals specifically with protecting sensitive law enforcement information from public disclosure. So, what it means in plain English, that this statute, now y'all check out this bold part, okay? This statute makes certain active criminal investigative or intelligence information confidential and exempt from being released to the public. So, what do y'all think I thought about when I saw that? Okay. Are y'all able to hear me now? Oh, Lord, I done got swallowed. Y'all, yes, was it yesterday, the other day? Oh my gosh, it was I had to go through this with my live premiere with Restream. So I said, okay, well, let me come on over to StreamYard. Okay, thank you, Tabitha. Welcome everyone coming in. I apologize. Sha was just reading. Oh my goodness. This is crazy work. And then when it does that, it kicks off like everything that I have up here, it kicks it off. I have to re-upload my things into StreamYard. That is crazy. Hi, Miss Riri. Welcome. Tabitha, I see you. Hey, Doc, how are you? Good evening, and thank you so much for the unexpected blessing the other day. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for all of your support. Yes, Andrea, it swallowed me. Okay. Hey, Tracy. Oh my goodness. And I was just a talking, so I don't even know what point. Yeah, the devil is a liar. Okay. What point y'all couldn't even hear? So that little part I'm gonna just say all over again. Let me pull up what I had. Child, this is crazy. Thank y'all for being patient with me. It just stopped in the middle of it. Because yet the other day I had to go through this with the StreamYard. It wasn't my audio, it was the actual app, which is so weird. When I'm just up here talking or watching something on YouTube, it does not do that, y'all. It acts the right way. But then when I get on the live sometimes, it does this. Uh-uh. Okay. Hey, hood class. She's She said Lulu got that voodoo. Okay, girl, what was happening? We come against that the blood of Jesus. Hey, Queen Shaylee, welcome. It's been a while. Glad to be able to catch a live, and I'm so happy that you are here. We have really missed you. Doc has been really busy, and I get excited when she comes in and graces us with her presence. Okay. All right. So now, y'all, let me pull it back. I was just back here reading, child, and y'all couldn't even see it. Mayday, mayday. Okay. So the part I was reading, this was the actual statute, okay, that I pulled up. And I was saying what it says in plain English, where it says this statute makes certain active criminal investigative or intelligence information confidential and exempt from being released to the public. So in my mind, she said, I thought it was my phone. In my mind, y'all, what do you think the first thing that I thought about was the active part? What do you mean? This case, I thought y'all stated was a closed case. Okay, so how is it making certain active criminal investigative or intelligence information confidential? Because I thought it was stated that now that the case is closed, that certain documents could be released. You know, all of those documents that the public would now have access to. But now y'all are giving us a statute that says that this makes certain active criminal investigative. Okay. That thank you. Okay, see, lady, what which one is it? Is the case closed or active? Okay, that's what we're trying to really figure out because we've been going, it seems like back and forth with GPD about this. Okay. Now it says active matters. See, even Chat GPT caught it. Okay, they caught it. Said that active matters, okay, the exemption applies when an investigation is ongoing or still being pursued. Uh-oh. Now, GPD, what y'all trying to tell us? Okay, Erica, she says she thinks it's not closed. Hey, Miss Lynn, how are you tonight? Since this evening, I was about to say this evening. Okay, either it's given, it's not fully closed, or there still is a chance that they are something or someone, okay, they're still pursuing something, okay, is given that. Because why do you not want to release certain information? Now you're given on one thing, okay, one part of that whole response was the law. You gave this law. But then beneath that, you're saying because it was from private property or at least property. So this is not saying the same thing. This is giving confusion that y'all are throwing in a sunshine law statute to say that's why you're not releasing those videos. Not because it's private property. Or is it because it's private property? You're giving two different reasons. Okay? Because this is giving something totally different. The reason the reason why they're not releasing it is because there's something they do not want somebody to know so they don't get away with it. Ooh, okay. I'm trying to see, what are they trying to tell us in putting that particular statute out there? Okay, let's continue. Now it says what is protected. Okay, evidence and reports, where those have been released so far. The pictures, some of the pictures, the GPD reports. I'm going to actually look at one tonight. Okay, that's been released. Surveillance materials. Now this is something they're trying to protect. Witness statements, that hasn't been protected. Okay, they put all up in the police report what Lulu said, what the sister said, what this person said. Okay, leads, strategies, and investigative techniques. We don't care to know how y'all go about this, because it looked like y'all were taking leads from a couple of people and went with that and just started checking out things based off of what these people told you. Okay, and any information that could compromise the case. Now, why it exists? To prevent interference with investigations, but I thought that this was closed. Witness intimidation or tampering. Y'all should have thought about that earlier on. Okay. It don't have nothing to do with the people trying to see the videos. I'm wondering the ones that's coming to you telling you about the videos. Okay. I have a question mark there. Suspects avoiding detection. Well, we ain't got nothing to do with that. Okay, so I can see if y'all not trying to release it to some potential suspects in the case. Maybe some people, others involved or something like that. I don't know. Okay, if they're trying to keep it from getting out there. But I thought certain people already saw it. Hey, Lakeisha. Hey, Chef's Kiss. Okay. I thought other people had already saw it and they told you about it. That was interesting. Okay. Disclosure of law enforcement methods. We don't care to know all of that. Okay. Do your job. That's all we care about. We don't care about how you're doing your job. You know, we do want to know the finished product, but the whole process, the thought process, I think sometimes we have some very great conversations, even if we're not at a round table or on a Zoom or anything like that, or in the police station. I think that we have some thinkers, some critical thinkers. Hey, honey, 5K. So we've had some great conversations. Okay. We probably have given y'all some things to think about as well in the midst of our conversations, if y'all have been, tuning in. Okay. So I don't really think we need to know y'all thought process and all of that. Now, the other part of this, let me pull it up again. See, I have all my stuff ready. Okay, so this is part 2. Okay, let me find that. Okay, so with part 2, when it no longer and disclosure of law enforcement methods, I read that. Okay, now when it no longer applies, once a case is no longer active, closed, no longer being pursued, much of the information may become subject to public records release unless another exemption applies. Now, That could be why they put the second reason, the surveillance videos are part of private property and so forth. But my thing is, why even put the sunshine law or this statute when it's not an active case? Okay, because it could confuse people. Important nuance: even if the case is active, some basic information may still be released, such as date, time, and location of an accident, names of arrested individuals, general nature of the crime. Bottom line: Florida Statute 119.071 allows law enforcement agencies to withhold active investigative information to protect the integrity of criminal cases. GPD, what are you trying to tell us? Okay. What are you trying to tell us in this? Hey, TBZ. Yes, thank you, T Lady. I appreciate that. Please do not forget to hit that like button, okay, and let everyone know that we are live. What are you trying to tell us? GPD still not doing right by even using this statute. Okay, I thought I was the only one who thought that. Okay, I thought I was the only one because I'm like, I probably would have been okay if you had just put, oh, it's because of surveillance, footage is a part of private property. And even nothing but the truth, they sent her, because she's requested other videos she's still waiting on. They sent her response also saying that she would not be able to get access to that Papa John's video. Okay. So my thing is, and also this is the other side of that too. Unless you have a court order. Now, we're not trying to do all of that. Okay. Now, I don't know if the family would be willing to go that far and try to get like a court order to see these materials, or if they even have to take that step, because we are going to listen to an update that the advocate she did on yesterday. Okay. And it's so ironic, y'all, because they were having or getting some of the same responses. And so she didn't go for that. And it was a lot of things that she said that I definitely agree with, pertaining to this whole process and some of the things that have taken place in this case. Okay. And what GPD is saying. Hey, Shayla, welcome. Thank you for joining. Hi, Sweet Berry. So, yes, y'all, it did not match, in my opinion, what the response was. And for those of you who are just tuning in, let me pull that back up. I had requested the surveillance video footage from the Papa John's, the cannabis dispensary, the hotel videos. And so within 2 days, GPD had reached back out. They had canceled my request. I thought I did something wrong. Like, did I not fill it out the right way or what? So then this was their response to that. It said the request, blah, 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 has been canceled. Surveillance video from privately owned or leased property is confidential and exempt from public disclosure in accordance with Florida state statute. And then they gave that statute. And it was just confusing because it was talking about active investigation. And we have been told that it's a closed investigation. Hi, Miss Lady T and Jamaican Comedy. Welcome. Okay. So we have been told that. So I just feel like anyone who wants to see that, and y'all, the reason I feel like that's an important part to this is to verify certain things that have been stated. We have seen several instances where there have been inconsistencies with stories, okay? And it's just given like, man, the stuff that we really want to see, either it was so convenient that the cars were either out of view, or now in this case, oh, we can't see any of the videos. Like, what? Then the sister say yes, and that's what we're going to look at, Tabitha. Well, she told the police this is what they're going to see on the videos, but it did not match what the police saw when they looked at the video. We talked about that this morning too. It didn't match. And I'm going to show certain pages of the actual report so that y'all will see with your own eyes. I don't have to make up anything. Y'all come to y'all's own conclusions, okay? This live is for educational and entertainment purposes only and is covered under the Fair Use Act. Information shared is alleged in our opinions as we react to various topics and people, okay? Now, Miss Lady T, she says it's giving cover up, okay? So we can weed out all of the lies. See, that's the thing, because y'all, we were talking about this as well. It seems like Dro was missing a lot in the whole scheme or picture of this. It seems like he was missing a lot. Like, no one saw him leaving the cabin, okay? The manager there, property manager there, he saw Lulu. He didn't see Dro leaving, okay? When they get to the hotel, when they finally got there, you know, we haven't been able to see with our own eyes that he got out of a car, put a shirt on, okay, and then went into the hotel. Lulu left, okay, grabbed a bag out of the car. Now, how close was the video? Was it really him? See, we can't see all of that. Was it a far away image? Okay, how close was it? Then with the Papa Johns, when they were outside, allegedly, according to the report, outside was out of view. They couldn't see which car he was getting into or him outside. They saw him allegedly just in the lobby area, placing the order and then coming back in to pick up the order. But we haven't seen that. Okay, one of the hotels said they caught her coming out of the U-turn. Okay, and as she was coming out of the U-turn, a door opened, but it's out of view. You can't see if anyone exits the vehicle. Then you all of a sudden see the car go out of view, and then other cars, they start braking, but then they're out of view. We can't see any of that as of right now. I want the officers investigated at this point, period. Okay, I agree. Oh my God. Look, Doc, you'll get caught up. This is the Tyrone Davis case. I don't know if you kind of know what had happened. This was out of Florida there in Gainesville, where this young man was found on the side of the road, and he was with his girlfriend. And on paper, it states that he jumped out of a moving vehicle going 20 miles per hour. However, our little antenna went up, and we just know that something was off with that story. And so it's been like a whole roller coaster of a ride with this. So many twists and turns. Like, you would definitely have to get caught. You would definitely have to get caught up. It's given a lot of other players involved to stage that scene. And you know what, Miss Lady T? Something you said too, y'all, and I have mentioned this too. Those pictures are so, like, the whole setup of it, it matched perfectly the way the witnesses were stating it, if that makes sense. It just, I can't even describe like the word I want to say with it. I don't know. It was just something about those photos that threw me off when I first saw it. It's a lot of players, not just Lulu. Was that even Dro, and was he even mobile after the cabin? That's what we don't know. They want us to just go with the GPD narrative. Right. I agree. Okay. Now let me pull up this live with Shanae Jackson. She's the advocate for the family. And so she was sharing some things that they told her when she made her request. Now, she had sent multiple emails to them, and then they were giving her kind of some of the go around, okay, run around. And yeah, so let's get into it.
They said on March 31st, there were 300 requests ahead of mine. I want y'all to make sure y'all remember that. At this time, there are approximately 300 requests for body-worn camera recordings pending review and redaction. Upon receipt of a public records request involving any video recording, we automatically place the request in an awaiting payment status until the advance payment is made. After payment is received and the request is placed in awaiting completion status, in order of request.
Shout out to Harlem May for the super sticker and for being a sponsor for tonight's live. Thank you so much. Also, y'all, welcome my sis Shelly Shells. Yesterday, y'all, it was her birthday. Can y'all believe it? I had to stop, but pause right quick for the queen is in the building. I hope you enjoyed your birthday, y'all. She was supposed to go live. She did not. She left us hanging again. But y'all, we shouted her out on the community wall. If you did not get a chance to do so, make sure y'all shout her out as well. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, right, Miss Lady T. Cannot wait till all their BS lies start to get exposed. Right. You're so welcome, sis. All right, let's continue.
That providing the advance payment is made within 30 days of the invoice. If no payment is made, the request is canceled. So let me tell you a few things. There's no need to redact the body worn camera footage because Tyrone is no longer with us. So you redact that for a living victim. So even as you state that, you put that in the queue. But I'm actually going to go further when we even get to that particular part about what's ahead of us. But I wanted to state that.
Now, the redaction part too, if I'm not mistaken, I think Nothing But the Truth stated they told her that as well, that they were trying to redact certain information. Like, what are you redacting off of body worn camera footage? Now, I can see if maybe like phone numbers, like they did in the Gilchrist, they, blurred out the phone number. I get it, personal information. Now, one thing that I want to know though, and I don't know if she requested this because I think it would have been from the firefighter paramedics that come first, is when they said, "Hey, Spec, welcome." Right. Yes, baby. My kids, I can't even say nothing because sometimes, y'all, my background gets loud too. People that got kids, I do understand, especially in the evening. Child be like, "Shh, I'm gonna lie." They used to, me. I'll give them that look. Okay. Close the door, or my son may come into my room. We all at the bathroom. I said, close the door. People gonna think I'm in the restroom. Okay, so I get it. Let's see here. And so that's just something to think about, y'all. Make sure y'all tap the like button. It is for free. Hey, London, welcome. So yes, I don't know what all you have to redact off of body worn camera footage.
Oh, and then it goes further. He says, requests from the state attorney's office, public defender's office, law enforcement agencies, and government entities and the media are given high priority above any other request. However, with the information records is provided this evening, we have placed Ms. Jackson's request above a multitude of prior requests which were received months ago. So remember that. This was said on March 31st. We got that. Okay, let me keep going. So finally,
thank you, Shelly.
From my email that was sent on March 23rd, I finally got a response to the issues that I brought up on April the 8th. So March 23rd to April the 8th, what is that, like 16 days? It took them 16 days to write a response that's not really a response to what I actually said and stated. But I'm going to read it to you. And I'm going to tell you why it's the issue. So this was on April the 8th. It says, Dear Ms. Jackson, this correspondence is in response to your recent communication concerning the investigation into the death of Tyrone Davis Jr. The Gainesville Police Department remains committed to conducting thorough, we ain't seen that shit yet, objective, I don't know where that's at, and lawful investigations. I don't know about y'all, but from what I've seen, they done missed all the marks on that as it relates to this investigation, as well as maintaining transparency within the bounds of the applicable law. We ain't seen that shit either. At the out.
Shelly, can you hear me? I want to make sure. Started buffering. Okay, you can. Okay. Who child? Okay, y'all can hear me. Look, y'all, I'm telling you. Oh, y'all said Lulu with the voodoo. We rebuke it. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh, this here, it just be bothering me sometimes. Cause 1 minute it is 1 minute it is restream, and then the next minute it is StreamYard. Some of these platforms, child. Okay, let me try to find my place again. Thank y'all for y'all's patience though, and hanging in there with your girl. Okay, y'all can hear. Okay, thank y'all so much. Miss Lady T said, "Look, all can comprehend very well. We did not ride the yellow bus." Y'all silly. Look, I just want y'all to hear a little portion of this because I'm glad I'm not the only person getting this. Now, and she's followed up and gotten another response. Now, it took 16 days. Man, that is a long time for them to respond. They got back with me in 2. Okay. I would have thought that the family had already had an opportunity, y'all, to see this. Okay. To see the videos because they're the family. I didn't know that they were getting the runarounds too. I didn't even know that. Let's see. Ben told the family to call the Alphabet Boys. She said at 8:30, Lulu still wasn't at the hospital, and that was 2 hours after Tyrone got there. What was she doing? And you know what, Linda? I've always wondered that. See, there are times where Lulu is missing too. If you really, really think about it. Thank you so much, Miss Lady T. Hi, Sweet Peaches. Hey, sis, how are you? If you really, really think about it, y'all, it's times where she's missing, where it's not caught on video. Okay. So that's something to think about as well. Where was she? I mean, even the 2 hour span. Now we can't even see the doggone videos just to see if she was at the T-Mobile for 2 hours. Cause I don't know what you're doing there for 2 hours, Shaw.
8th. So March 23rd to April the 8th. What is that? Like 16 days? It took them 16 days to write a response that's not really a response to what I actually said and stated. But I'm going to read it to you. And I'm going to tell you why it's the issue. So this was on April the 8th. It says, "Dear Ms. Jackson, this correspondence is in response to your recent communication concerning the investigation into the death of Tyrone Davis Jr. The Gainesville Police Department remains committed to conducting thorough, we ain't seen that shit yet, objective, I don't know where that's at, and lawful investigations."
Great question.
I don't know about y'all, but from what I've seen, they done missed all the marks on that as it relates to this investigation, as well as maintain.
Well, I think one end game is to have the case reopened and also reclassified as not just an accident of him jumping out of a moving vehicle. Also to probably highlight some, I guess, some things that GPD did wrong or incorrectly. So I think those are some of the things but I'm just wondering, like, if you're going after a certain person, though, with this, then what evidence or new evidence will they have? You see what I'm saying? Or what has the private investigator, has that person possibly found out something different? Because you're going to have new evidence to have it pinpointed to a certain person.
And transparency within the bounds of the applicable law. We ain't seen that shit either. At the outset, it is important to clarify the distinct roles in a death investigation. The medical examiner is solely responsible for determining the cause and the manner of death. That is a bold-faced, flat-out lie. Not only have we talked to the medical examiner, but the medical examiner has put in writing. And when you read the medical examiner's report, It literally states
I want to know that too.
blunt force trauma to the head, and then it turns around and states that it comes from jumping from a vehicle, which they got from law enforcement. The medical examiner can't tell you that happened because they weren't there. And then even when we did all of the records requests, you could see them emailing backwards and forth because they wanted a video in other things because they stated it can't.
Okay, so Doc, this is the activist / advocate that's working with the family, that's trying to help them with having this case reopened. She seems like, I think she requests records for the family. They did like a protest. They wanted to do another press conference. She's gone to a meeting with the family. So I believe that's her role. Now, I would think an attorney may be a little more, have a little more jurisdiction to get records, okay, or videos and so forth. Yes, more so than the PI, in my opinion. That's what we want to know, right? Who did it? Okay. That's where we're trying to go with this, for sure. That, you know what, Miss Lady T, all I've heard is the person is working in the background. I do not know what the person has found. I know she stated the other day that they're working, they're waiting on the next report from the PI. I don't know what the first report was. Okay, so maybe y'all caught something. I didn't, because I didn't even know about this until someone told me about this. So yeah, I don't know.
Came from law enforcement. They had questions. So one, we got a lie that they're lying on the medical examiner. That's not what happened, but we're going to keep going. So based on them, and so they said medical examiner is only responsible for determining the cause and manner of death based on medical and forensic evidence. We've proven that that's not true. In doing so, the medical examiner may consult with law enforcement investigators to evaluate the totality of the evidence and assess whether it is consistent with a criminal event. The medical examiner in their reports, return of investigation, each time stated, law enforcement said, they reached out to law enforcement. I want to drive that point home. However, law enforcement does not determine or dictate the medical examiner's findings.
Ooh.
And so you.
Okay, now clock that. Now, hey, Barbara, welcome. Now, y'all, the issue that I have with that, with what they did, GPD, the detective Dose, on his paperwork, when he saw the video from the hotel, Country Inn and Suites, that's located right there on the corner, that would have captured the whole moment, right? Well, he couldn't see from the cell phone recording that someone took, he couldn't see anyone get out of the car, right? Okay. Now, this is my whole issue, because he couldn't get the original because it had been recorded over. That's what the hotel allegedly said. Now, this is my issue, and she's not lying. When you go to the medical examiner's notes, okay, they put what the police department told them. They have to, that's a part of the process, is to go through the police reports. Okay. They put that reason on their medical examiner notes. So how are you able to transfer something from one report to another, and you have not been able to verify that? You're only going with what Lulu and Dro's mother told you. It was not verified. You did not see it because you put it on paper that you saw Dro jumping from a moving vehicle. How is that on the medical examiner's paperwork? And medical examiner, how are you able to then put that as a reason? Because it wasn't proven. Okay, that was just something I have a problem with that. And she's right on that. Now we're not forgetting their red car, or they communication between the girlfriend and cousin right before. Exactly. They leave that part out, child. Okay. That part did not make it from Gilchrist over to GPD. That part is not anywhere in the reports.
No, this is one of those discrepancies that we're going to make sure that they reconcile. And any implication that Gainesville Police Department influenced or controls those findings is inaccurate. We're looking at a report that literally says Gainesville Police Department stated and all of the email communications. But we ain't supposed to put those pieces together. With regard to the vehicle's event data recorder, your assertion that the failure to extract the EDR data constitutes an investigative deficiency is not supported by operational realities of such systems. EDR systems are designed to record data when triggered by a qualifying crash in event. So let's help them. They said that Kiara said that he jumped out of a car going 25 miles per hour, meaning the door, if it opens while the car is going 25 miles per hour, would have triggered the EDR.
Mm-hmm.
In their statement that they wrote when they interviewed Kiara, they said that Kiara said, this is what they documented, that she may have slammed on the brakes or slammed on the gas. She does not remember. So that pattern would have triggered the EDR. So it absolutely is an investigative deficiency. But we're going to keep going. So then that says, in this case, there was no collision or crash event sufficient to activate the EDR system. How do you know that if you ain't pulled the system? And not only that, when the investigator let the medical examiner know that they were going to pull it, they had all the same information we got now. So what about that change if you know that you need it? And if it was classified as a traffic accident and then an open investigation, why would you not pull the EDR? And so even if it didn't have anything, you could have said we pulled it. And when we pulled it, this is what we got or did not get. I'm just saying, but I'm going to keep going. So then as such, there was no data to extract, and the absence of the EDR data is not indicative of an incomplete investigation. How we know that if you didn't pull it?
Right.
By the statement that you all said that you accepted, the EDR would have been triggered. So how is it not an investigative failure? But also, if we understand that his injuries didn't match the statement, why wouldn't you pull it to get to the bottom of it to see what happened? A person ended up dead on the side of the road, and you said, oh, well, we didn't feel the need to do that. It don't make sense. So then she says, your correspondence also raises concerns regarding the determination of absence of criminality. It is important to emphasize that under Florida law, the existence of a criminal act requires evidence establishing the elements of a crime, including the requisite intent or culpable mental state where applicable. Now, I just read you 2 statutes that do not require intent. And she turned right around and put this in here. She said, after a comprehensive review of the available evidence, what was comprehensive about the review? Help me to understand, because it wasn't comprehensive at all. But we're going to keep going. Including witness statements. You only took one witness statement, which is the person who benefited from you taking her statement. Physical evidence that does not match the witness statement, and investigative findings. So how are you going to cite witness statements, and you only got one? You're going to cite physical evidence that don't match the witness statement, and then you stated investigative findings, but you ain't did no investigation. But I'm going to keep going. No evidence was developed to establish criminal intent or culpable negligence sufficient to support criminal charges, specifically addressing the references to the Florida statutes that I named. Both statutes require evidence that an individual's actions rose to a level of criminal conduct. In this case, the evidence indicates that the decedent exited a moving vehicle. While this outcome is undeniably tragic, the investigation did not establish. Hold on, y'all, my paper's falling. Involved party engaged in conduct meeting the statutory threshold for criminal prosecution under these provisions. So before I finish reading this letter, I'm going to read you a statute that I purposely did not put in this letter.
Okay, so I'm going to pause here because I just wanted to show y'all that they too received some pushback when it came to receiving these surveillance videos. Okay, the police, when they went to that meeting that time, her and the family, the Davis side of the family went to that meeting. The police were telling them what they would see in the videos. They didn't actually see the video. So now that the case is closed and they're submitting requests as well to receive these things, they're getting pushback too. And they're telling them, the same things, putting these same statutes in the emails and so forth. And so now she's rebuttaling that. Okay. Now, a couple of people were asking, like, what's her end goal? I believe, like I stated earlier, that they're trying to get the case reopened, also to pretty much get it reclassified because they want GPD to do a more thorough investigation because there were some things that were left out that they did not do. And I agree that whole black box situation should have been pulled, especially this is why this would have been really key to this is you're dealing with a whole man, okay, that someone is saying jump from a moving vehicle. That should have automatically been the first thing you pulled to see what were the movements of that vehicle. And the main person that he was in the vehicle with is not even on the report. But you're a witness. Like, how does that make sense? If you're with him, you should have definitely been on the report. Okay? Your whole car was used. So why is your name not anywhere on that report is what we're wondering about Lulu. Okay? Why is her name not on the report, and how is she just a witness to it like she wasn't there? Where me to the stage. Okay. Y'all, I got knocked out again. I think I'm back. Am I back? Okay. Oops, GPD. Okay, let me read some comments right quick. What is GPD hiding? That's what it's giving, Shailene. I'm gonna be honest, like something just does not sit right with this. It's given, someone said it earlier, the Kendrick Johnson situation, right? It is what it is. Next there'll be a lawsuit against possibly against GPD. Possibly screams cover up or lack of investigation. Because it's a cover up at Open Book. They murdered. They, I'm gonna say unalived. Okay. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Okay, my apologies. I was back quicker that time. Good night, Doc. Thank you so much for your support and being here tonight. When she said she was the sister, that should have been several red flags for GPD. Yes, but we were wondering earlier, Shay, was she the sister? Okay, or was it Lulu? Okay, and it's just reasons we were saying that because the sister knew a lot, y'all. Okay, she knew a lot. So let me pull up this report. All right. So here on this report, okay, the sister's name is Taquisha Davis, and I'm hoping, okay, hope we can get through this without it cutting me out again. T-Lady, she said we question it. Thank you, Karen. I appreciate the support and for you being a sponsor tonight. I will definitely look at that and respond to you. If y'all want to send a copy, I do get those and I respond directly to you. I appreciate all of that. Okay, so it said here, this was on December 29th, around 20:50 hours. Now, my focus is more so about this Papa John situation with this video, okay? Because we can't see it, but there were some things that were just inconsistent on this report when it came to that Papa John's video. Now, this was on December 29th around 2050, so that's about 8:50 hours. And this is Detective Boyette, okay? While working uniform patrol, I made contact with Tyquisha Davis, who is the victim's sister, by phone. After she called in advising she had information to add to the report. Now it says Davis advised the following: that her brother is now deceased. He is considered brain dead and is no longer receiving life support. She advised that his doctors told the family that his injuries are not consistent with the story provided by his girlfriend, Kiara Davis. The doctor reportedly told the family that he suffered blunt force trauma to his head and body that is not consistent with falling out of a vehicle. Okay, now let's take a look at this next paragraph. It says, further, she advised that the report stated he was found under the bridge under I-75 and Archer Road, and that there was a Papa John's pizza box and wing box on the scene. Now, notice here it says that she advised that the report. The sister had a report. She's telling this investigator what was pretty much on the report. Okay, that there was a Papa John's pizza box there and some wings on the scene. She then goes to the Papa John's up the street, 3605 Southwest Archer Road, and they told her that they have camera footage from when the victim and suspect went inside and got the food. Now I want y'all to take note of that. Okay, she said that they told her that they have camera footage from when the victim, who would have been Dro, and the suspect, which would have been Lulu, went inside and got the food. She believes, now this is what she believes, that the video will show them arguing and or fighting prior to the incident under the overpass. Now, I didn't even pay attention to that part. Arguing and or fighting, those are two different things. So either it's inclusive that she was saying they were arguing and fighting. To me, that's physical. Or arguing, talking, or just fighting. Okay? That's what his sister was telling the detective, according to these notes. Polo had said back when the body cam footage dropped that, how did the sister know what happened if she wasn't there? And didn't the detective say she got paperwork? Right, it just says right here, the sister said, according to the report, she had access because they were about to change this to a suspicious death, one of the investigators, and he wanted to restrict public access to the records. But he noticed that the sister had already had a copy. I don't know where she got it from, though. The biggest red flag is that detective never put her on the report as involved, suspect, or nothing else. That's a huge red flag when it was supposedly out of her whole car. And she was supposedly the driver. Hey, Erica. She said, girl, we still talking about the pizza. Right, we still talking about those pizza and wings, okay? And how would she know that? I don't know. I'm reading just like you. Okay, I don't know. Arguing and or fighting prior to the incident under the overpass. She also said, okay, she went to the area. See, I'm reading this, y'all, because I want y'all to see who was leading pretty much this investigation. who was giving GPD info. Because it all goes together. GPD, y'all are saying y'all did a thorough investigation. What did y'all come up with? What part originated with y'all? Okay, that's what we want to know. What part did y'all come up with? Not follow-ups. I'm not talking about following up on something because somebody done told y'all something. I'm saying, what did y'all find out on your own? Because see, to me, this is showing someone was giving y'all leads to go and check out. Okay, that's what this is giving. But what information did y'all come up with? That's what I want to know. Then it says she also went to the area where this happened and located a homeless subject. Okay, so she was able to locate out of the homeless people there, some homeless subject, a man, okay, who told her that he saw what happened. Then she provided him with the photograph. That's the cop. She provided the cop, this investigator, with the photograph of this subject. So she took a picture of the man. And that's actually in the report that I received, okay, of that man. I'm between two screens, y'all. Lulu knew what she was doing. Renee, GPD, Lulu, and others got away with unalive Dro unless someone cracks. Yep, someone would have to tell. When did she get down there? Was it before the family went to the bridge? That's what I don't know. That's what I want to know because they leave that part out. When they're telling that she saw this or she saw that, y'all, it would have had to have been between December 27th. He's talking to her on the 29th. Okay, so it's no specific date because all of that happened to Dro on the 27th. So at what point between the 27th and the 29th was she there? That's something to think about. Okay. She also advised that she knew them to be staying at the Fairfield by Marriott in Gainesville prior to this incident and believes that his personal belongings or property are still there because his phone is pinging at this location. So she was able to go to, I guess, the phone store and have them ping his phone. The family believes that he has about 3 phones, a firearm, and other personal property, which are now in the possession of his girlfriend. And she is refusing to turn them over to the family. On the 28th, the girlfriend called the hotel, got a late checkout, and then removed the items from the room. She loved those late checkouts, y'all. She got some pull. Now, y'all, what y'all think about that? Okay. About 3 phones. Now, remember, only 1 phone was downloaded by the police. The sister knew the phone was pinging to the location. A firearm, which they later said, hey, 1 firearm was on him. Now, I don't know how the witnesses missed that firearm on him because they never brought up that there was a firearm on Dro. They said his wallet and his phone were lying there. And of course, we hear of the infamous pizza and the wings. But you don't see that in the crime scene photos that they have. Okay. I'm just letting y'all know. Maybe it was out of view. And it says in other personal property. Now, I don't know what all that encompasses. Okay. Now, it also says she's refusing to turn those over to the family. I remember the incident that was brought up. Well, someone was at the hospital. And remember, they were trying to get Dro's wallet. And everyone was like, oh, that must have been the cousin. And I believe the aunt came on and she clarified with her activist. And she said it wasn't her son. It was a family member. Who remembers that lie? Who remembers that live? Because everybody kept saying, "Oh, he must have been there." She put a case on the cousin, because he was trying to go at Lulu and all that. I was like, "Well, had that been verified? Is there a case out there showing that she pressed charges on him?" Miss Lady T said, Ben said it's a group of them that set people up and rob them. We need to find her you mean co-defendants. Girl, I thought they said Child, I need my glasses. Co-defendants. I believe Dro's photo on the ground was sent to them that evening. I say that because of what Jason said. I could be wrong. That's what I'm thinking too, Karen, that it was sent that evening. So he had 3 phones with them on the trip, because if it pinged at the hotel, then the phone on him was a different phone. So that's 2 phones and still 1 missing. Okay, come on now. We thinking they want that money, and it double if it's accidental. Obi, the family went to Gainesville on the day they received the news about Dro, which was the 29th. Yes. Okay. Thank you, Lady LG. Now, the thing of it is, y'all, the officer talked to her on the 29th. Now, do y'all think that they had time to do all this investigation on that same day? Okay, because it doesn't say a date. But what we are seeing, though, is that she said Lulu had left and got a late checkout on the 28th and removed all of the items from the room. So to me, that's saying that if she had already pinged the phone and had found out some of this information, it would have had to have been around that time, right? Y'all tell me if y'all think something different. He always had 3 phones. Now, how the F did she get a report? It's something very fishy. Right. Okay. Shailene said she remembered. Okay. Because we were all like, well, which family member? Several readings said Dro was jumped. And now she's saying it too. I was thinking same thing. No way a report was made and finished on the 29th, and the incident occurred on the 27th. That's what I'm saying. How is that possible? That's a lot of footwork. Okay? That's a lot of footwork to do when it happened on the 27th, and the 27th that evening. Okay? Remember, that was the evening time. Now, Lulu checks out the 28th and took everything. She got a late checkout. Where Lulu had been doing? That's what I want to know. All of that time. Like, where did she go? Was she with anyone? Where was she at? She was missing a lot. And girl, why you had to do a late checkout the next day? You did a late checkout at the cabin. She doing all these different late checkouts. Why were you late? Okay. The family member was, well, yes, that's what we heard. Remember, Erica? That's what we heard. So I remember them coming back, though, on a live to clarify that she said it wasn't the son. It was a family member. And everybody was like, well, I thought the family wasn't there yet. Okay. Is it because the mom said shut it down based on what Lulu said? I don't know. Definitely something not right. Okay. So let's continue. All right. Now, okay, I think that was all I want to show from that page. Okay. Now let's go to page 8. Okay. Hold on. Let's see. All right. Page 8. Papa John's. Now, this detective, let me make sure this is Boyette still. Okay. Papa John's. So I responded to Papa John's at the 3605 Southwest Archer Road that Taquisha advised that when she went to the store herself, they told her, they gave her some info. Okay. They told her the order number was number 0042. They told her the price was $15.04. They said the order time was 17-18 hours, which is 5:18, and that it was a walk-in order. Now, the officer, he's saying, I provided this information to the manager, Igor, at his phone number, blah, 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 blah. He advised that he would review the cameras and let me know when he was ready for an evidence.com link. I also advised that CID may be in contact with him via his PX due to my working nights. Okay. Igor Koba emailed him a video from the lobby camera, which he uploaded into evidence.com. He also advised he will send more videos, okay, as he is able. Okay. Now, Fairfield Inn. It said, I responded, because this was a question. Check this out, y'all. I responded to the Fairfield Inn at 3877 Southwest 37 Boulevard. Employees, now check this out, y'all, because I think we got another answer here. Employees advised that the manager could be reached via email for video requests and guest information. They also advised that he works normal business hours and will be at the location tomorrow, December 30th. His name is Adam McGovern. Remember, we were trying to find out who is McGovern. That was one of the managers, okay, that was going to email some footage. Now, why is the manager, instead of just sending what was on the actual recording, use the cell phone to record over the recording? If you were a manager, I think she had this plan, and it's so sad. Tyrone didn't deserve what happened to him, right? He didn't. Don't Tasha's son want to fight Lulu for Dro's belongings? Where's that part? Not in here. Double G. And we don't know that to be fact, though. Because has anyone seen that report or anything like that? Like, we don't know that to be fact. What if she had this plan from the beginning and knew who to talk to? That's what we were wondering this morning. Think they already had more than one hotel room at the hotel? I have been thinking that too. Yep, I believe that, Shailene. The truth will come out. Okay, so you remember Sheila? Okay. Hey, Fantasy. Yeah. I remember that video. Okay. Now, let's go to page 10. Okay. Now, this is Investigator Quinn. Okay. Now, he said on December 30th, I responded to Papa John's and employees gave me the owner's contact information. I called him and asked him for video pertaining to this case. He later emailed me the video and I uploaded it to evidence.com. Okay. So that manager did eventually send some more videos. Okay. Now, they then went to this Planet 13 cannabis dispensary and staff allowed the investigators access to the surveillance system. They reviewed the exterior video surveillance, which showed the white Infiniti SUV eastbound on Southwest Archer Road and entered the Papa John's parking lot around 5:13 hours. The vehicle then exits the Papa John's parking lot around 17:40 hours east on Southwest Archer Road. The vehicle enters the northbound turn lane at 3500 Southwest Archer Road and makes a U-turn to go back west on Southwest Archer Road. I was unable to download this video, so I instead recorded the video with my GPD-issued cell phone and uploaded it to evidence.com. Now, this particular person, this investigator, He has a GPD issued cell phone. He used that to upload that video, okay? Because they couldn't just send that video directly to. See, this a lot of using cell phones to get stuff, y'all. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. He had 3 phones, I think. A lot of people thought that too, Shirley. And we really, hey, I don't know. Remember Lulu working in a hotel? She was working, and I heard that that allegedly she worked in a hotel. All right, so now on page 12, this was Litchfield. Okay, now here it says, okay, we're gonna look at this second paragraph. Okay, GFR and ACFR arrived and began treating Tyrone. Now, Kiara Davis arrived on scene immediately asking if Tyrone was okay. Kiara spoke with patrol officers and said she and Tyrone were leaving Papa John's. Now, this is where she said the argument started. I wanted to pinpoint this because remember the sister said that there would be some footage of them arguing and or fighting, okay, at the Papa John's. Now, Kiara Lulu, she said that they were arguing while she was driving, okay? She said she made a U-turn at Southwest Archer Road and the southbound entrance of I-75. Sometime, she says, during the U-turn, Tyrone opened the door and jumped out of the vehicle as it was moving. Kiara says she did not stop in the roadway because she did not want to cause an accident, so she continued driving and stopped in the Circle K parking lot to wait for Tyrone to walk to her vehicle. When she noticed the emergency vehicles in the area where Tyrone jumped out, she went back to the scene to check on him, okay? Now, none of those witnesses knew how Tyrone ended up in the roadway, okay? Now, that's when she said they started arguing. So make sure y'all keeping up with notes, okay? Now, let's go over to page 13. Page 13. Okay, this now investigator dose. Okay. All right, now look at this. We're going to start here in this paragraph. It says, on December 29th at approximately 20:50 hours, Officer Boyette spoke with Taquisha. Taquisha said Tyrone was now declared brain dead and would no longer be receiving life support. Taquisha said the doctors at Shands told her Tyrone's injuries were not consistent with Kiara's story about him jumping out of the moving vehicle, as he had blunt force trauma to his head. Taquisha further said surveillance video from Papa John's would show the couple arguing and fighting just prior to the incident. Taquisha also said she went to the area Tyrone was found and located a homeless subject who told her he witnessed the incident. Taquisha provided a photo of the homeless subject, which was uploaded to evidence.com. Taquisha also said Tyrone and Kiara had a room at the Fairfield by Marriott and that Tyrone's cell phone was pinging at that location. Taquisha said Kiara was in possession of Tyrone's personal belongings and would not give them to his family. Taquisha also had concerns about Kiara driving at the time of the incident. Taquisha said Tyrone always drove everywhere, and she believes Kiara should not have been driving when the incident occurred. Taquisha also provided the name of the cabin Tyrone and Kiara had been staying at the postcard cabins in Gilchrist County earlier in the week, and 2 witnesses reported a possible domestic incident. Okay, so a lot of information was provided to this investigator by his sister. Okay. They had also known about the incident in Gilchrist. Okay. She's getting comfortable. That's why she's posting on IG. I told you, right, Shayla? Let her, she gonna get comfortable. Mm-hmm. The thing is, we want the right now stuff takes time. I just came to that conclusion because it feels like a dog chasing a tail. She's evil. Let's see here. Maybe the mom know too, and they don't want to get investigated because oh Lord, I don't know, Charlene. I ain't gonna touch that. I don't know. Okay. Let's see. They were already up there waiting for the call to come help clean up. Ooh, woo. Why did Lulu take 2 hours to get a charger? She was trying to get a router. Mm-hmm. Where was Dro? Yep, at the hotel. Seems to me Dro would have went, especially with a boot on. She has a boot on. What the mom and aunt fell out only after this because they were just besties. That's what I heard allegedly. Could have very well jumped out, but also already been hit allegedly. This is a whole mess, right? Okay, T lady. She said she knows too much. Hey, Key loves me. Okay, let's go over right quick to page 14. Now, this is where it gets to where um, he's now telling some of the things that he saw. Okay. And I want us to think about some of the things that were told to him. Okay. Let's see here. Is this the one I want to start with? Why did I put 13 here? Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm trying to see. Okay, maybe 14, 15. Oh, okay. Okay, I want to start at the bottom. Okay, so on December 30th, 25, I spoke with Kiara Davis over the phone. Kiara said she and Tyrone spent Christmas in a cabin in Gilchrist County. Kiara said she and Tyrone believed they had the cabin rented through Sunday, December 28th, but later realized they had to check out on Saturday, December 27th. Kiara said they left the cabin on Saturday morning, December 27th, and checked into the Fairfield Inn and Suites at approximately 1500 hours, which is 3. Kiara said around 17:15, I noticed that 2 hour and 15-minute gap, she and Tyrone went to get a pizza from Papa John's. After leaving Papa John's, Kiara said she and Tyrone were arguing and missed their turn to go back to the hotel. So Kiara said she had to do a U-turn near I-75. Kiara said around the time of the U-turn, Tyrone opened the door and jumped out of the vehicle while she was driving. Okay, I'm trying to get, hold on, y'all. Oh, okay, this one I'm trying to get to too. All right, so he said the surveillance video from Papa John's located at 3605 Southwest Archer Road, it showed Tyrone. Now, earlier the sister said it was Tyrone and the suspect, which was Lulu, that they would see them going into the Papa John's. When the detective Dose looked at the surveillance video, it said it showed Tyrone entering the store at 17:15 hours, which is 5:15. Okay, place an order and exited at 17:18, 5:18. Tyrone, not Tyrone and Lulu, Tyrone walks back into Papa John's at 17:36 hours, picks up his order, and exits at 17:37 hours. Tyrone was carrying a box of pizza and a pack of chicken wings as he walked out of the store. The vehicle was not parked in view of any cameras at Papa John's. Now, we get 2 different stories of what is on this Papa John's footage. The public is not able to look at it to determine who is telling the truth. Because we have on one hand, the sister saying that we're going to see, or the police is going to see Tyrone and Lulu arguing and or fighting at this Papa John's. When the detective looks, he's saying that he only sees Tyrone going into the Papa John's, places an order, comes out, goes back into the Papa John's, picks up the pizza box and wings, and comes out. Everything else is out of view outside. Who do we believe? Okay? Who do we believe? Because y'all are saying we can't see it with our own eyes. And a lot of this, y'all, in this investigation, I wanted to show for the simple fact that GPD did a lot of following up and took information from people. But what did they come up with while investigating this? What started with them? What did they want to look into? Everything that was pretty much on here was already given to them in the beginning. It was given to them, whether it was to the sister, Lulu, and ultimately it ended with a statement given by Lulu and Dro's mother. But what did GPD do? What did they come up with? She said at this point, we would have been suing Lulu and protesting outside her house. Girl, she had. Shout out to Queen Shailene for the super chat and for being a sponsor for tonight's live. She said, I'm dumbfounded. Ooh, child. Okay, me too. She knows so much, but after the 29th, we don't hear from her. Sister ducked out. Right, because then it switched. Okay, it switched. We didn't hear anything else from her publicly. Like, to be honest, y'all, I didn't even know she was in Gilchrist. Okay, when all of that was taking place, I was like, oh, his sister was there? I said, well, is that the same sister that was on the report? Because all of that just started coming back to me because I remember when that report was shared earlier on, I said, well, why is Dro's sister and his mom's name on this report? And they weren't there. At this point, I'm wondering, were you there? Okay, nothing would surprise me. Then they were saying what the police or the fire department is saying, Lulu walks up to them saying she's the sister and they were arguing in the car. But was Lulu impersonating the sister or was it the sister? I'm confused. Because a lot of this, and like I said, this is with all due respect, we're just reading the report. But a lot of information was given to GPD. What did they come up with? That's what we want to know. Tabitha said, I still feel like that detective boyfriend helped her with what to say, what to do. That's why Lulu took pictures and sent them out. Also, I don't trust the sister. She knows too much. And see, y'all, with the detective boyfriend thing, I've heard it, but at this point, y'all, we gotta, who has confirmed that? Like, who is this person? We gotta confirm it. Who is the person? Okay, do we have a name? Do we have a picture at least showing her with this person? Because I don't know what that, because, and the reason I say that is a lot of stuff was given to us as well. Okay, so now we're fishing through things and we're like, oh my gosh, like, do we have proof of that? Are we just continuing to go with a certain narrative that has been given to us? Like the whole, like the son trying to come after Lulu and she pressed charges. Do we have proof of that? Okay, I'm just being fair all the way around. We got to start like really having proof of this stuff because now I feel like we're backpedaling on some things because we're finally seeing things on paper. See, that's an added level right there, another puzzle piece when you actually can see the things, okay, the video footage, and see the things that are on paper, do they match? Okay, because we can't even get a detective and a family member to come up with the same thing. So I just want to see things with my own eyes. So now GPD, they're talking about you have to pretty much get a court order before you can do that. Yes, Shailene, how convenient. She knew, okay, about those cameras in that area. Hey, Buttercup, it's given somebody knew that area really well. What all has gone down in that area before, for them to know about potential video angles where the cameras are out of view. Okay? Like, has anything gone down there before? And we knew certain things, certain footage people won't be able to get or see, or you know what I'm saying? Has anything happened there before? I don't know. It's given, people are knowing too much was leading this thing all along, because GPD didn't look like nothing originated with them. Yes, happy Thankful Thursday. Yes, that's a lot of information for it to have been closed so quickly. We don't know who to believe. Exactly. That's my whole point. They went with the narrative with minimal investigation. That's the whole thing. That's even what the activists are saying too. They didn't really do their job. Okay? They just followed up. That's what they need to say. We followed up. And it ultimately went with Lulu's statement and the mother confirmed it. Just say that. And that's what we put on paper. I would rather for y'all to say that than saying y'all did a thorough investigation. Right, J. Rose. Okay. Is this the sister from the mom or the dad side? I believe dad, if I'm not mistaken, dad with mom. Is that how it went, y'all? Y'all tell me, because I don't know. I know her last name is Davis. I don't know her, though. And another thing, when a loved one is in the hospital on life support, who is worried about? Oh, Charlene, come on, say it again. Okay. That is I just didn't get this. I didn't get this part all the way around either. It was a lot of, don't call this one, don't give out this. The man was still alive. Although he may have had, they have considered him brain dead, he wasn't even in the ground yet. Why is that even of a concern on paper? If Lulu used something, guess what? Report it, because she could get in trouble for using this man's credit card or his stuff. Report it. But he's on his dying bed. And it seemed like ulterior motives. Lulu saying, Mom told me not to do this. Don't reach out to this. Come on now. This one, Lulu got the stuff. We looking for phones. He's supposed to have this weapon. What? But he laying up in the hospital bed. Because even when they were at Gilchrist, he was still in the hospital. That is sad. But isn't that how most families can operate? I'm just generally speaking. Yeah, right, J. Rose. Okay, and then can't even see some of the videos. Find a way out. We've been bamboozled. You see, everybody is suspect. Okay. Blind spots. Okay, right. It feels like they knew too much. Yes, about that area. Both sides of the family acting unusual. Lulu been there before. She knew her way around. Definitely that. And it's so sad, y'all. Like, I'm to the point. That's just what I can't even sugarcoat it no more. With all due respect, I just have to just speak. We saying justice for Dro. We just got to speak the truth and how that thing could have felt when you are on your dying bed and you have people fighting over your stuff. Your stuff. That man was working on the truck, doing this, doing that, had videos. One video, he in the snow, okay, putting stuff on the wheels. One video, pulled over, helping a lady on the side of the road, having to take showers at gas stations, being away from his kids, on the road by himself, grieving. He talked about these things. He was working hard. He was trying to do some things with his life. And you have his girlfriend, the one he always was talking about on his videos, leaving that man. You done drove up the street, not even just pulling over, putting your hazards on, but you done drove up to a whole Circle K, girl, sitting in the parking lot like you were waiting for him to pass away. That is sad. And then to come around like with the front, like I can't even sugarcoat it anymore. I can't even sugarcoat it. It's sad. It's sad that it's come to this. And God would have to get the ultimate justice for Dro. Because right now, as it stands, y'all, this is a mess. I don't think those people, those police officers, are really just trying to get to the bottom of it. Just like with the Ashley Janae thing. You know, I don't think they care like that. Her family hasn't even gotten her body back. And that's what's making me mad. At least give her, you're not going to do a thorough investigation. At least give this family her body back. Was one with money from her lawsuit? I don't know. People telling themselves all the time, all they need is opportunity. Yes. So when the sister told the detective he was brain dead, had the hospital told them that yet? Sheila, I would hope so. Okay, I would hope so. This is how people move these days. Yes, for money and a come up. It's sad though, y'all. It be our own family members. And I'm not saying that's the case with his family. I'm just speaking in general. Sometimes you got to watch your own family. Sometimes that stuff is jealousy in families. People don't want to see you succeed. It is a lot of that in families. Mm-hmm. Oh, really, Harlem May? Wow. I'm so sorry to hear that. They was plotting and scheming behind his back. That's what people that operate. And y'all, we've seen the video where he was, you could tell he was on that type of time where he was upset about something. Leading up to that trip, he did a whole video. I've shared it before. And whoever had done him wrong, he was about business. Like he was like, I'm not even worried about you're not going to protect me or anything like that. He was upset. That was like a couple of weeks before that trip. I don't know who he had an issue with at that time, but he was definitely upset. It came across in the video. Yes, they only pretty much listened to stories that were fed to them and they followed up. Nasty work, right? She said everybody is suspect. Big facts, and I do not trust her either. None of them, everybody is suspect until proven innocent. Not until proven innocent. That's just on the dad's side. Also, why did they say he jumped? Because of fussing with the family member and got upset in the report. Yeah, like Lulu gave all these different reasons why that man could have been upset and jumped. How you gonna say he could have been dealing with his father's grief, grandfather's grieving, and all of that? Like he was grieving over his grandfather. Then it went to they weren't having sex, or then it went to something with the kids. Like how many arguments y'all had in this one little day? Like, come on. She didn't even stick to the topic. If y'all arguing that much, girl, okay, he's probably trying to get away from you. Like, seriously. Ain't nobody having all those different topics and conversations, but then at the same time, because y'all didn't want to just make it really, really look weird. Oh, but he didn't have any mental issues. Well, what do you think they're going to associate jumping out of a vehicle with? Think about it. You are putting that on this man with no proof. That's the part that gets me upset. If there was some proof, hey, I would go with it, deal with it. Rest in peace. I'm so sorry that happened to him like that. But there is no proof that that happened. They didn't see it. That is so sad. This is not the first time they did this, but Dro case went viral, and what the sister Tyler Perry's sisters, oh, I don't know. I'm telling you, J Rose, I be trying to like say things and filter it through, like, you know, leadership roles that I've been in. I just gotta like think about how I say this. I am over that right now. Okay. It's with all due respect, but I gotta just say this. Because I feel like an injustice to Dro if I don't speak up. I didn't know him personally. We've come to know of him through this case. We have seen his videos. We have read through this paperwork. And enough is enough of the lies, the manipulation, the deception, the gaslighting. Enough is enough. Like, people want the truth to be out there. He is not here, unfortunately, to speak up for himself. But it's how God does it. There's a whole army of people that came to love Dro through this story and really wanted to get to the bottom of what happened to him, so that if there was foul play, that person could be held accountable for their actions. But when certain things are being held back, covered up, all of that, where do we go with that? This is why there was a big part with this word, transparency. You can't get to the full justice without being fully transparent. That's how I feel about it. And it breaks my heart. Because how are you going to look at his kids? The stuff will come out. That's how life is. Eventually, it may not happen this year. It may not happen next week. It may not happen next month. Eventually, the truth gonna come out. And everybody a part of this, I pray God exposes it. And that justice will truly be served for Dro. None of Dro's videos show him and Lulu arguing. So how did he go from yelling, "I love you, Lulu," at the cabin and putting post-it notes on the cabin, right, professing his love, to arguing all day? Chris, I have been trying to figure that out. I have turn it down. I have definitely been trying to figure that out. How did he go from that all the way to the other extreme of they were supposedly doing all of this arguing and this man jumping out of a vehicle? That didn't even make sense. He didn't even look mad. Justice to me is real investigation. It's a start. Right. Why did they run straight to the Miss Lady? I'm gonna get you. Not to the bank. Okay, I don't know. Everything was so secretive. I don't know. Because my thing is, I do feel that the dad deserved to know. You know, like, y'all, I have in real life, there was this lady, Micah, close that door because the TV loud in there. Go tell Daddy. True story. There was a lady that went to the church that I go to, and she had gotten really sick and was kind of, about to probably go into transition. So my pastors, they went up to the hospital because they're prayer warriors and all of that. They went up to the hospital. Do y'all know that her family would not let my pastors in? Because they already knew that they were going to go up in there. Now, not to say just because they praying and laying hands that, oh, God, would turn it around. We still don't know that. But see, some people, they almost like, ooh, are they gone yet? Because they can't wait to cash in. Okay? There are some people like that, y'all, in real life. And I know that hurt them, that this was someone that they cared truly for, knowing that she was about to transition and the family would not even let them back there to pray for her. That's sad. Okay? Because people be knowing about insurance money. I don't care about none of that. When it comes to my loved one, my mama, my daddy, my family member, that be the least of my concerns. That stuff go away so fast, y'all. You can run through $5,000 in probably 2 or 3 days when you pay some bills, go eat out a couple of times. Baby, that money is gone. Can't even do a really good trip with no $5,000. Okay? That stuff is temporary. Yes, T lady. I thought it was answers. Just me said some couples do that, put on the front, while the camera is rolling. That happens too, but that's not their real interaction. That's true. Now the sister, a doctor, how she know he was brain dead? Maybe they told them that though. Maybe the hospital did tell them that. Lulu is happy GPD failed to investigate it, which gave her a free pass out of jail. Right. Exactly. But I cannot wait, y'all, to see this interrogation video. Ooh, woo! I cannot wait. I hope they hurry up, send that. Yeah, to that part. 5K gone quick nowadays. And welcome, sis. Yeah, that money is gone, child. I don't even care if you have 50,000. Even if you have $50,000, do you know how fast that 50,000 will be gone before the year is over? You pay with 50,000, child, you go buy a car cash. That's it. Pay a couple of bills. That's not some money. Yes, it's a good thing to have it, but when it comes into the grand scheme of things, that money will be gone fast. They were very jealous of Dro after he took care of all of them. That's so sad if that's the case. They show us what they want us to see. Yep, that's true. Yes, they are spiritual gangster. They never get far either when they do evil, right? I don't even post my husband. I'm old school. I don't have nothing to prove. Nothing is sacred anymore. Okay, you're right about that. To be honest, couples, we were talking about this the other day, couples that do a whole lot anyways and, got it like that or in love like that, you really see like every once in a while they post pictures and videos. But people that feel like they got something to prove, sometimes you see them posting every day, all day, child. Okay, we see y'all eating. Okay, good. Y'all in the car. Okay, yay. You don't have nothing to prove. And I'm going to be honest, even when you get of a particular age, child, you're not trying to prove nothing to nobody. Okay, you don't care what nobody thinks. You don't care what nobody think when you become of a particular age. When you're younger, that approval and validation, all that stuff matters. But child, after a certain age, you like, child, who? If I don't really know them in real life, does it matter? Does their opinion matter? No, it doesn't. Child, you better get like some of these people engaged. You don't even know they have a boyfriend or girlfriend. The next time they pop up, you like, girl, you getting there? I don't post my life. Okay, people will be weird behind closed doors. Yes. Hey, India, welcome. Good evening. Okay, I just really want the truth to come out. I know we don't know the whole story, but I always go back to who was with and why she acted so shady. Yeah, it shows some type of guilt. Yeah, I'm telling you, people will start getting comfortable, okay? Especially, once this thing dies down and we stop talking about it. Notice how I told y'all, didn't I say Lulu was going to start posting? And lo and behold, a few days after that, Lulu made that post. And in that post, though, she did another, to me, it's a shady Those are some shady videos that she's posting when she's capturing Dro like that. Okay. He looks to be, high or inebriated. That's not the first time she's done that. And to me, what if you're saying you're doing that because you miss him or you love him, you could have shown like a video where he was, himself, or y'all were out somewhere or something like that. But you're posting those types of videos to me for a reason. Okay. And if you're trying to say that's how he was on that day, well, he looked like he was about to go to sleep. She had to grab his face just to keep his head up. So that's not giving somebody that's trying to jump out of a vehicle. Okay. It looks like somebody that's trying to go to sleep. So, Obi, do you think that the case will be open again? In my opinion, the only way I feel that they will reopen the case is if one or two ways. One, if they see that they have really made some errors and really did not do their due diligence in thoroughly investigating this case, and they want to go back through some things and look into some things. Two, okay, if some new evidence is brought out, that it has to be some really good evidence to point and direct them to some people, okay, that were behind this, or something hardcore. Because at this moment, what is there? Unless somebody start talking, it's nothing else. We already see, we can't see the videos. Yep, he's all of our nephew, right? And it's up now. Really, the Davis family was so busy throwing parties and missing those meetings with GPT. Charlene, I am not trying to get in trouble. What parties are you talking about? You just have me tickled because I keep reading it like your voice, like you're saying that they probably could have stopped the investigation and being closed if they were taking the time. That's where I'm at now. Okay, got you. Uh-oh, hold on. People thought my man was imaginary. Not imaginary, Stephanie. And a lot still do, because we are each other's business. And okay, no one else is. Okay. Let's see. If the PI gives this case to the right attorney, I say there is enough evidence to reopen with the report. So, okay, I got you. Yep, I can see that. It's a lot. And that's what I'm saying. If they see that there are some inconsistencies, some things that they did not do, okay, like that black box situation, they should have. But y'all, check this out. So if they pull that black box, does it go back that far? See, this is the downside to so much time is getting away from us. Okay, will it go back to December? I don't know how far back those things go. Yeah, she was talking about she missed him, but child, why were you posting a video of him like that? To me, that's making him look a certain type of way, like you're embarrassing him, in my opinion. That's not a good look. Just because he was saying, I love you, trying to appease yourself to make it look like, oh my gosh, he was so all into me. Because those two videos, he was saying, oh my gosh, girl, I'm just so into you. I love the way that you love me. What? Is that what it was? Because you wanted to keep hearing. But he says that on his other videos. We were just listening to a little tad bit, of one this morning. And he was talking about pleasing her for her birthday and things like that. Not block you. No, black butterfly, girl. You know you can't go over there saying justice for Dro. Oh my goodness. She done block you. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. You just got to stay in the bushes. Okay. That's exactly how they wanted it. That accident narrative. Yes. Okay. Right. Right. She done got blocked. I'm tickled. They need a damn attorney. I don't know when they're gonna get an attorney. Hey, Smurfette. PI. It wasn't a good look. Yes, just me. Oh, really, y'all? It's another video that he's like that too, that she has on her page too, when he was driving too, and she was on his lap. Who was recording that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It's like that girl kept proof of him being in that state. I don't know. It was just weird. Stephanie, hell, GPD should be watching Open Book. How much more do they need to make a case? Okay, between me, it was some other content creators. I know Lady LG, she be over here breaking stuff down. Okay. We have nothing but the truth. Okay, what didn't add up? Royal D, GG, pick one. Okay, Polo, pick one. And go and tap into the videos. Oh, they should have been private. I don't know why she keep putting those videos out there. Yeah, they were driving. Like, who's recording? Posting but says Joe was a social media person. Exactly. She sure did, J Rose. You right about that. I know that was a front because she loved to be in those videos. She tried to act all shy and stuff like that. Girl, no. When you were your up, see, to me, in my opinion, child, she probably got these double personalities. Okay. One personality wears the glasses. The other personality does not. That day when she was probably driving with Dro and they were arguing was the one without the glasses. When she showed up to the hospital, the one with the glasses took over. Child, it's giving multiple personalities. Okay. That's what it's giving. Because you would look at those videos with her in those glasses like, oh my gosh, she's so cute and just so innocent. But child, there are some pictures, she a little spicy without those glasses. See, just me just said it too. That's what it's giving. Okay, I ain't saying that she does. I'm just saying it's just given that it's not the same person all the time. She putting them videos out to ton. See, that's so sad. You saw that one too. Right, seriously. Girl, we said it at the same. Yeah, I just noticed you said it too. She has to follow up with her plans. Y'all, this is crazy. I've never seen between this case and that new case with Ashley Janae, y'all. Oh, my Aunt Kendrick's case, because his mom is still fighting for justice. These cases give cover-ups. It's a common theme where I just feel like information is being held back and certain narratives are being put out there that they want people to go with. Oh, child, this just, the ones without the glasses is NBA Youngboy. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Watch, y'all. See, if you look at the videos, her whole persona changes when she doesn't have those glasses on. Pay attention. Like, if you go back through some of those videos, pay attention and look at how her persona is. Like, even if you follow like me with the or in the LaTrue sector, the one that used to be married to LaTrue Brianna. We used to say this all the time, and I know one of the other content creators used to call the lion glasses. Okay, she has different personas too, where when she puts these glasses on, she's more softer and like talk about God and all of that. When she doesn't have those glasses on, she has a whole different mouth popping up. Like, you can tell when one pops up and the other. And you know, when that happens, I think it's like a protection mechanism. It's like that particular personality, they feel protects them. So if I have on glasses, and talk soft and You know, when you got the camera on, I'm looking down and I don't want to be on here. Like, people wouldn't suspect you. But were you that person in the car that day when you said y'all were arguing? Or were you that person at the cabin where you said y'all were arguing? I don't know. Yeah, he was trying to watch the road. And she had already been in another accident with another guy where the whole car was totaled. Looked like it had been to the junkyard and somebody tried to smash it. And she hurried up and got there and said no. Child, what happened to that car? How did they get in that accident like that? That car was, baby, oh, that car was tore up. She better thank God that they made it out of that alive. That car was tore up. Yeah, she's a totally different person without the glasses. I don't, to be honest, y'all, I didn't even recognize her without the glasses. So she had the makeup on and without her glasses. I kept looking like, is that the same girl? Like, literally, I didn't even know that was the same girl because I think the only way I knew about it in the beginning, somebody put it on the thumbnail. So I said, well, who is this girl? I didn't even know that was his girlfriend because she looks totally different when she has the glasses on. I didn't even know it was the same one. Hi, Catherine. First time commenting, but listen often. Good evening, Obi and Chad. Without the glasses, that dent in her forehead is where the horn. Wait, not where the horn lives. Oh my God. Thank you for tapping in. You got to come on out of those bushes. That is hilarious. Oh my goodness. It's called discernment. Yeah, that's not good. Exactly. That shows she doesn't love drone. When I post those videos, that's what I'm saying. I don't know what her motive is in posting those videos. I'm going to be honest. I don't know what her motive is because it's not a good look. You're putting him in a negative light. He wasn't even like that on his own page. Okay. Right. The glasses is the one with the good side. That's the one that doesn't like social media, don't want to be in the spotlight. The one without the glasses, oh, she likes the spotlight. Right, which makes me think she was doing the same thing. That's what I was thinking. I said, well, were y'all doing the same thing? Yeah, what happened to that car? Oh, I think someone was in the car when she went to the cabinet to get the rest of the stuff. The police searched her car. She tried to make sure that the car was for the Yep. Because we don't know where she had a lot of missing time, unaccounted time, like to be gone. It was a lot of time so we don't know what she was doing in that time. Certified. Oh, she got away with trying to unalive the other guy because they couldn't prove it. He got the heck away from her. I know. Do you know? I mean, does he have a page or something? Man, I would love to hear his side. I really would love to hear his side, his story. I don't know what she was thinking, honey, 5K. It was a setup because the cousin asked the police if they talked to Lulu first to get her side of the story before he talked to me. And I guess that was Tasha said, no, you don't. Oh, got you. That was weird. Maybe GPD should have questioned her like that. Did the man in Texas case where the FedEx driver kidnapped the little girl? Yes. Have y'all been keeping up with that? Oh, y'all, that thing made me so mad. But you know what? To be honest, though, I started thinking about this whole situation too. When I heard about what happened, I don't think he went there with the intent to kidnap the little girl or hurt the little girl. I think once he hit her, he didn't see her. And once he ran over her and she was a little hurt, he freaked out. He got scared. And he thought he was going to lose his job. And instead of him just saying, look, I hit her by accident, blah, 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 he's trying to get rid of it. because he doesn't want to lose a job thinking he going, oh, I'm gonna just get away with this and still keep. No, it doesn't work like that. Okay, so I don't know if something happened and it went too far and she just freaked out in the moment. I don't know, but it made me think about that. It's like she's taunting the family. Hmm. Right, right, just me. And the reason makes me think that someone was in the car. Why would he have his gun on him? I think he just walked around with it. Like, when you have the license to carry, trying to prove a point for herself, showing his vulnerability when and if you're innocent and speak out. Yep, it's called premeditated. Now she's thinking, oh, now she's thanking people for their support on her story. Who? Lulu? I told y'all she got a broom. I think she puts a spell on him. That's what a lot of people have been saying. No, just me. I don't think they know about her past. I don't think that they were really thinking that after a while that she was a suspect, so they didn't really look into her. We know it. See, I think though, if they had heard about or really they had heard about it, but if they had looked deeper into the incidents at Gilchrist, then that would have painted a certain picture. See, they didn't, they just went with what was given to them. This is how I know they were not taking this seriously enough. Okay? Because if y'all had really, see, to me, Gilchrist, they were doing some investigating. Okay, they were trying to get to the bottom of things, trying to give the family, look, we can do this, or if y'all go, asking questions. Even when they talked to the cousin, you could tell the cop was like, huh? You could hear it in his voice where he knew he was lying about something. So with GPD, I don't think they just put in just a lot of work. They followed up on leads from just a couple of people, not really originating anything. That's the whole problem with this. Thank you so much, Miss Lady T. Yeah, he definitely went into a whole other after he just could not. Oh, I don't know. I'm not excusing anything with that because that was horrible. He after a while knew what he was doing for sure. But I think at one point he really just freaked out and kept her and wanted to get rid of her. And that is so sad. Oh, that was so horrific. All we know is from Gigi Channel, the guy that was in the wreck with Lulu. His name is Willie. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Two different personalities. I have been asking who has an account of all her free time during her crime spree. Not the crime spree. Y'all silly. Car had time to be detailed. Okay, disposal time and help. A cop is involved. I tell you, child, she had time to go put the stuff in, take the stuff out. And then, like, why did she need a late checkout the next day? What were you doing that morning? If everything happened on the 27th, he's now in the hospital. Okay, where did you sleep at? And what were you doing the next morning that you had to get a whole late checkout? Yep. She said case closed. Harlem May, my Cash App is on the screen, is scrolling. Buy a coffee. I can put that link in the chat. So that's another way, or you can do a super sticker or a super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Let me drop the link. Child Shelly had a birthday. She probably gone. Latae probably sleep. All the mods probably gone. But I'm a mod too. Oh my goodness. I appreciate y'all's support. Let's see here. What was she doing at the store? Yeah, for 2 hours. That's the coffee link if anyone would like to buy a coffee. We need an exclusive interview with Willie Earl. Right. I just would love to talk to him to get his side of the story. I would love to talk to him. Like, how was it with her? Now, y'all, okay, one night in my spare time, I was going through her posts, right? And there's this one guy years ago that they kept up, in the comments with each other, kept, I guess kind of keeping in touch. And she was calling him daddy. I said, well, who is this? Okay, which information, T lady? I was like, who is this she keep calling daddy? And I was drove around doing this. And then somebody one day asked her where was his phone. And she was like, oh, I'll bring it to you tomorrow. I said, oh, so she in the habit of keeping people's phones. But these were like older comments. Like I was just kind of going through comments. But it's this one particular guy. She was calling him daddy. I don't know who he is. But they kept in touch. I don't know if they still keep in touch. Yes, what info, T lady, that you were talking about? And y'all, I'm gonna get they're trying to send, who was trying to send me? Oh, I think she was trying to send, wait, well, did I miss it? Oh, girl, I thought she was talking about for support. Oh, you can send it to my IGC. Oh my God, girl, I didn't know what you was talking about. Send some, girl. You got to clarify. Okay. You can send it to the IG. I'll put it in the chat. Thank you, T lady. Yeah, we need the boyfriend to pop out. Okay. And we know from the report that allegedly she wasn't getting her back cracked. So why all the late checkout? Exactly. The only way I've seen that got her talking is to add her brother in the mix. Oh, I noticed that too, Charlene. Anytime people start talking about her brother, she pops out. I noticed that. Thank you, girl. Because I was like, oh, child. I said, oh, you can send it. I didn't know. Like, she was just trying to send me something. But I would definitely check. Now, we need the foot. Yes, that's what we need. That's what they're saying, talking about is private property and all that. You got to get a court order. Well, hopefully, the PI can get that information. I don't know. Oh, thank you so much, Harlem Maid, Shelly Shells, and Shailene for being sponsors, and Karen. Thank y'all so much for being sponsors for tonight's live. I appreciate all of the support. Child, I'm gonna get off because I said I'm gonna do 2. Baby, it's been 2 and 16. My son probably think I'm not even coming in there because he came and asked me a question about a toy, which I was trying to prolong it for a reason. Because my kids, they add stuff to Amazon, my cart, and they just think money grows on trees. But it doesn't. Okay. So I don't know how many toys you need, but that's not a priority to me. So hopefully he going to bed or he went and told his daddy. Okay, so I don't know why they always come to me. Lord, it's just up. But y'all, thank y'all so much. It has been a wonderful, wonderful evening on tonight. Great conversation. Hopefully, this case will be reopened. Like I said, Jay Rose, like I said, hey, they're gonna need some evidence. Okay, something. Look, GPD got to admit that they dropped the ball on some stuff and maybe look into it again. Okay, that's what I just said. I have to be a little clearer. Right. I appreciate it. And thank you all so much. Yes, drop those blue hearts for Dro. Yes, justice for Tyrone Davis Jr. Dro's soul lives on. It sure does. And we will continue, like I said, whatever it is that we can do, we will continue to highlight that and, discuss the case or whatever. The private detectives is what didn't add up. Podcast, once I heard Natalie and them say, here's the working theory, I knew they didn't have not they didn't have one already. Child, hey, because I heard that originally from those ladies. Okay. That's where I heard working theory from over there. So when I heard that too, when the activist was saying that, I said, oh, that must be the team that she's referring to, because they have been working on that. So I don't know. But y'all get a good night's rest. Thank y'all so much for tapping in on today. Make sure y'all hit that like button. It is for free. Okay. And those of you who would like to support the channel, you're welcome to send a super sticker, super chat. My Cash App is on the screen. My coffee link is in the chat. And I will see you all hopefully tomorrow, maybe in the morning. I may come on because I do want to kind of discuss, y'all. We're going to be talking about a variety of cases, things that are going on. The David case, the Tyrone case, Ashley case. Then have been some updates in Romika's case with Holly. So, we have a variety, and then also all the entertainment stuff. I try to kind of dip in and there, here and there with that as well. So, y'all, we are busy. We're on it. But I love it. It's for good causes. But thank y'all so much for tapping in. Hit the like button. Also subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell because you never know when I'm going to go live. Thank you and have a great night. Bye-bye.
Truth with the open book. If you felt that heat, like, share and stay locked in. Another chapter done, but we far from finished. Truth on the mic, yeah, we handle business. Real talk, no fluff, just facts and fire. From the book to the block, we taking it higher. The open book, every voice matters, every lie shatters. Catch you next page.